Good morning, evening, and afternoon. Welcome to part 90 of Aokana, no Kanata no fōFōrizumu. Since the last episode, I had to do things with my PC that had to really reset a lot of things. So hopefully everything should be right, settings and everything like that should be good. Still got my set game, so everything's still here perfectly fine. Yeah, I believe everything should be fine. Last time not too much happened, but one of the biggest things that we found recently was that we got the next chapter card, I guess you could say, and it said final chapter, and I was quite surprised by that. Last time I went into it theorizing how much we kind of have left, and it'd be interesting to see how much we actually have in the end. The other thing that happened was I think they were supposed to have a day off today, so Masaya wanted to invite Mashiro and Mashiro wanted to invite Masaya, but they both were being a bit stubborn in that aspect, hoping the one would call the other. But in the end, the next day came, and they just thought, okay, well, we'll just go to each other's respective places and see them there. Mashiro left to Masia's house, didn't run into him, found Rika and spent most of the day with her. They had a nice little moment together, speaking about various things, catching up, and promising to practice together, which is quite nice. Masia went to Mashiro's place again, while hoping to meet her, didn't, and ended up kind of working part-time for the day, helping out at the restaurant. And so nothing really happened in terms of them, both of them, in the end. But Mashiro came back home, like disappointed to meet him, and then ended up seeing him working at her place. Oops, went a bit forward there by accident. Scroll wheel is a bit broken, I guess you could say. So yeah, she was surprised to see him there, and she's asking why, yeah. So I'm not sure how much we have left of Mashiro's route. I'm quite curious about it, but yeah, let's get straight into it, see how much we can get through. Dumbfounded, she mutters to herself. It seems she still hasn't grasped the situation. What to say? Thought I'd come pay you a visit. I just thought I'd lighten the mood some. Wait, was that really something worth getting so upset over? Some settings might be not set up correctly. I feel like there's a bit of a gap between each line being given, but I don't think that was something that changed in the past. It just feels like it's slower for some reason. You're really confusing me here. Well, yeah, she's just saying, calling for her mom. Mashiro's-san's mom. Wait, what? Oh, okay, that's something probably going to do with the Japanese here. Mashiro no janakute, Mashiro-san no okaasan. Another problem thing with the can't really translate it correctly in English, I should say. Yeah, he dropped the son, the honorifics. So just correcting himself there. How did they do it in English? Mashiro's sons. Oh, I guess they did it in English as well, but I mean, it's harder to notice in English. Okay.
ボタンさん。
Ah, I guess she wants to be called by her name. Sorry, Botan-san. For the record, she's the one who insists that I call her that, rather forcibly at that. It's a bit embarrassing to call a woman her age by her first name, but as an employee, I have to respect my employer's wishes.
ちょっとお母さんどういうこと？なんで先輩がうちのエプロンつけてるわけ？前にちょっと話したでしょ？忙しい時間にパートさん入れるかもって。今日真っ白がいなくなってから忙しくなったからくどいちゃった。
くどいちゃった。
女の勘って虫の知らせって。女の勘って虫の知らせって。
I'm not sure what she said in there, but she's woman, onna no kan, so woman's intuition in a sense. The feeling she had.
パートさんじゃなくてアルバイトになっちゃったけどね。日向雅也くん。なんか偶然にも真っ白と同じ学校で、なんと同じ部活らしいわよ。
あれ？ Didn't they already know each other? Just when they introduced to her parents when the group came for meals and such. Oh, wait, what? I'm sorry, I'm a bit confused. I could have sworn they already knew each other. Unless she's just playing a trick in a sense, like a coincidence or whatever. Okay. Anyway. My name is Masuya Hinata. I look forward to working with you from now on. I need to act proper since this is a job and all, so I bow my head and give a formal introduction.
お母さん!
Machine on the other hand doesn't seem too pleased by this. She raised her voice in protest.
別に無理やりじゃないわよ。きっかけは作ったけど、まさやくん快諾してくれたし。先輩?
Sorry, I did this without asking you. I lowered my voice, mainly so it wouldn't reach the kitchen, and apologize. I just wanted to see you working hard up close. Well, more so that I just want to be with you more in general. But that's a sappy way of putting it.
私だって同じ気持ち。だからスピーダー同盟に。なのにどうして？
I'll be showing up here for work, so we'll be able to spend at least a bit more of our time together, Mashiro. Tell her my honest thoughts and feelings. And I have confidence she'll understand that. So, would you be willing to approve of this, pretty please? I'd say that's... I can't remember that kanji correctly.
どうしてこうなっちゃうのよ、もう。
Wait, what? What's wrong, Mashiro-san? She falls to the ground, distraught, and I quickly move over and take hold of her hand. After that, she told me the sad story of a certain couple whose wish to spend more time with each other backfired spectacularly. So I started giving out there. Oh, actually, I just realized something. It might have been a spirit of the moment kind of thing, but I think this is the first time we've held hands as a couple. After practice. Okay, I think I'm gonna head out. I get up and grab my bag.
あ、マセヤさん、帰るのなら私も。あ、ごめんなさい、ましろちゃん。つい癖と言いますか、条件反射で。タイムはないですから。いえいえ、アスカ先輩、そんなに気になさらないでください。本当は気になるくせに。
Yeah, hear that again.
本当は気になるくせに。
Even though you're quite curious about it.
美咲先輩。よっしゃー、ひなたくん。だったら今日はあたしと帰ろうか。
Maruka. Why would I ever do that?
なんでですか？
I've never seen Asuka with that face before.
なんでですか？
Why is that? So I think the way they're saying it in English doesn't really work here, because here he's saying, why would I ever do that? I haven't looked at the Japanese side, but anyway, to her that. So why would I ever go home with you, in a sense? And here with her face, she is saying, why is that? Why wouldn't you go home with her, in a sense?
なんでよ。
And here again, also she says, why not, as well? Because I don't think here they're saying about him. Why would he? Why would he do that? Yeah, why? It's almost putting her in a bad spot. Whereas it's anyway.
なんでですか？
Maybe they are. I don't know. Had to clear my throat there. Yeah, maybe they are talking about with her.
うわ、そうツッコミされた。
Yeah, I probably just misread into it. Now that we're on the subject though, Asuka, could you go home with Mashiro for me?
はい。あ、なるほど。ましろちゃんがまさやさんの家に行かれるんですね。くんくん。なんだかエッチな匂いがするね。
Echina nioi. Something naughty in the air, in a sense. You're delusional, but back to what I was saying. We should go home together, Misaki.
は？え、もしかして私とエッチな匂いをさせる気？
No, get your mind out the gutter. I just have to go to Mashiro's place today, and she has to go to Ichinose's.
いや、全然ただって感じじゃないんだけど。喧嘩はやめろ
The way she was saying that. Kenka yamero is like, don't fight, you two, type thing. Don't fight. Just stop, Maruka. I give her a luck chop on the head. Me and Mashiro aren't fighting anything. It's a little hard to explain.
なんと言うんですか？私たちもどうしてこんなことになっちゃったんだろうって思ってるんです。
Right. So he's working at Mashiro's and she is practicing with Rika. So yeah. The other thing is though, we actually managed to see each other more during the day now as a result.
大丈夫ですか？一旦休憩にします？一ノ瀬さんさ、なんですこないだの私との練習試合、絶対手を抜いてたでしょ。まさかそんな器用な真似できるわけないです。おかしいよ。だってさすがにここまでの実力差はなかったような気がするんだけどな。私に言わせてもらえるなら。
I think here she's saying if I were to give anything, or if I were to say anything, it would be.
有坂さんが本気じゃないんじゃないかなと。こないだの試合ではもっと気迫とか鬼気迫るものを感じたんです。肉体を凌駕する精神みたいな。
Yeah, she's using the word seishi, seishin or seishun? Maybe I misheard it. I don't think I'll be able to read the kanji for it though. Seishin. Probably that one. Probably I was mishearing it. Yeah, I thought she was going to use the word seishun, which is more like youth. Seishin, I'm not too sure. Maybe it is similar, but yeah, well.
そりゃあ、あの時は先輩への告白がかかってたから。情熱と言いますか、情念と言いますか、怨念と言いますか、恨みつらみと言いますか。超ピュアな愛だって。はい？何かおっしゃいました？一ノ瀬さん、次のワンオンワンでもし私が勝ったら、これから一ノ瀬さんのこと師匠って呼ぶから。そんなそれほど実力差はって有坂さんが勝ったのに私を師匠と呼ぶんですか？
Yeah, I was thinking that it was a bit of a different way of going about it.
腹黒たぬき師匠の略。師匠関係ないですし、ものすごく悪口だけで構成されてるような。一ノ瀬さんならきっと大丈夫。本気だけど本気に見えない私に勝つのなんてふんわり簡単でしょ。あー、根に持たれてますね。もっとも次のワンオンワンの私はこの間の練習試合よりも強い私だけどね。そういうの嫌いじゃないですけど、私としてはもっと穏便にやりたいです。受けて立つ代わりに条件があります。私が勝ったら有坂さんは私をリカと名前呼びすること。
Finding quite interesting how they're going about this with how they call each other, but in a sense it's more like you can just do it, I guess you could say. You don't have to put conditions around it.
そして私は有坂さんをマシマシと呼ばせていただきます。
Of course, as you could probably hear, it's not nowhere near the same. Mashi mashi. Mashi mashi. Mashi mashi. Interesting. Mashironi. Okay. I mean, they really did not need to change the English as well, honestly. This is why I like doing this type of thing, where I look at the comparisons between the English and Japanese translations. Like, I don't see why they couldn't just keep mashi mashi. There's no hidden meaning behind it. There's no trickery in the translations. It's just a nickname. Simply that. It's not anything special, or it's not some difficult thing to translate. It's a name. Okay, anyway.
そんな大盛りみたいなあだ名を一ノ瀬さんの方が絶対根に持ってるじゃない。
Okay, there's obviously the way they translate it's going to be different because of that now, because of that. Here again.
そんな大盛りみたいなあだ名を一ノ瀬さんの方が絶対根に持ってるじゃない。
Struggling to translate in my mind for some reason. China now says no longer. No. As for the English, sounds just like my Korean, clearly the one who still upset. Yeah. Obviously, it doesn't work.
いきますよ。望むところ。
I feel like there's been a bit of a delay sometimes when it transitions to different scenes. I don't know if that's because I'll have the Aokana on a different drive this time than I usually do.
悔しいです。
Okay. So basically she lost.
惜しかったんです。 一の惜敗でした。
There are still people eating, so try to keep it down, okay?
先輩、リカに騙されちゃダメですよ。あのふんわりほわほわした雰囲気で油断させて刺すのがきっとあの子のやり方です。
And she's already calling her Rika. You and her have gotten pretty close, huh?
そんなこと考えたことないですけど、一緒に練習とかやってるから多分そうじゃないかと。楽しいですし。
Glad to hear.
明日こそリカの名前をポンポコにしてやります。
Again, different words. I was thinking when she's in English said snake, I thought she was going to say Ebby. Hebby. Sorry, Hebby, not Ebby. Ebby is prawn. Hebby is snake. Pompoko. How do I translate that? I know there isn't standard thing. It's more. Yeah, it's really hard for me to translate that. Pompoko. Okay, but it's more like a funny thing or a play on. I was gonna say clumsy, but it's not really clumsy. It's more. It's a playful thing. It's not really like snake is quite a harsh word in a sense to call somebody. She's certainly fired up, but I don't know if that's a good thing, seeing how she's treating poor Ichinose.
それで今日リカが使った技について先輩に聞きたくて。
Later, Mashiro, I'm still on the clock. I don't like the way they say that. So it's just an English thing for me. Boku wa mada time. Can't remember that one. Or itadaiteiru chikan dakara. Stop. Yeah, she's saying stop. Wait. Stop. I'm still working here.
いいですよ、もう。閉店までお客さん来ませんし。
Okay, so I guess it's late, but also a bit empty. You don't know that, Mashiro. I mean, Mashiro-san.
慣れませんね。呼ばれる私も違和感すごいです。
Hey, don't say that. We don't want him to know I call you Mashiro when I'm not young. Him meaning Mashiro no Oto-san. At this point, the best option is probably just avoid using her name.
ちょっと保身に走りましたね。お父さんの心まで届くといいですけど。
True, I mean, if he keeps working there, over time he'll gain favor. Quite mashi. Yakamashi desu, mashi. Ojosa. Why can't they translate this correctly, man? Yakamashi is more like quite noisy, or Yakamashi. Yeah, I guess noisy should be fine. Quite noisy, aren't you? Mashi. Ojo-sama is more. I'm pretty sure it's Ojo-sama. Because I know the summer part, yeah, and the or, so I was thinking Ojo-sama. Maybe I'm jumping too quickly into it. Let me do a quick search. See if I can get this quickly in time. Yeah, it looks like it's Ojo-sama. Yeah, okay. So Ojo-sama is more like, I was going to say princess, but no, it's not. That's Ohime-sama. Ojo-sama is more like a lady, like a young lady. Normally butlers would say that to their master, I guess you could say. Ojo-sama. So yeah, he's just playing on the new name she's gotten from Rika. And adding Ojo-sama, so Lady Mashi in a sense. But here they just simply did it quite Mashironi. It doesn't feel the same.
先輩
She doesn't like it. Yes.
怒りますよ。
Yeah, she just says, I'm going to be angry. Then I need to add this extra line here. Sorry. I'm actually got curious with the Japanese for this one. Gomenasai. Okay, he's just being polite with it. I thought he was going to be a bit more informal, more playful with the sorry. Suman type of thing. Or I'm trying to think of a different way of saying it. But okay, he's going to simply gomenasai. Like he is sorry. I recall the old idiom between the devil and deep blue sea. I'm going back and forth a lot today. I don't know. I need to work on my kanji.
ほんとお母さんに聞かれたりしたら。まさやくん。
Yes, Botan-san.
今日はもう上がっちゃって。
But my shift isn't over.
そう、そこで。
She claps her hands together like she's just thought of a perfect idea.
まさやくん、残ってる時間で真っ白の勉強を見てあげてくれない？
It's more like mite kurenai. It's more like can you look after or look over it. Keep an eye on it, or it's more like seeing how it goes in a sense.
はい。
Obviously, no. Mashiro's mother knows the situation between the two. This was quite surprised when they were talking about the working parts. It seemed like so far away, but I'm assuming that's because the father was there. I'm assuming. You want me to help her study?
勉強というか、どうせ夏休みの宿題がろくに終わってないと思うのよ。もう8月も中盤なのに。
This last line don't think was added.
それ
は。Obviously, he hasn't been to her room as well, so she might be a bit conscious with that. But also, when this was first stated, the first thing unfortunately popped into my head was nature scene. So, yeah, we'll see how that goes. Very evident no. Okay.
どうかしら。
This will be the hardest task I've ever had to do at Mashiro Udon.
生唾を飲み込むほどのことですか？
I mean, you routinely fail midterms and finals, right? Midterms and finals is such an American thing, so to say. Is this shiken as an exam? No, it is not shiken. I'm not too sure what that is, and can't recognize it. Toka nichao kodaro. Not too sure what that is. Oh. Oops, wrong change. Forgot to change back. Her lack of academic prowess was evident when I had to help her study for her makeup tests.
お願いできる？
I'll do it. Is he saying here, わかりました? はい、それはもちろんです。Yes, as for that, of course. Of course I will.
ご迷惑をおかけします。
She simply resigns herself to her fate. which means she probably needs a lot of help.
それじゃあお二人は真っ白の部屋へ。
Yeah. Huh? Right then, I realized the problem that me being left alone with her in her room would create. Well, her parents are here, so I doubt things will go in that direction. My mind does have to disagree. My girlfriend seems to have other ideas, though.
知ら
One of the things I liked with the Japanese sometimes they added little things that they seem to struggle to translate. Yeah, she just says chira. Well, not say, but what she does is chira, which is look towards or take a glimpse at. She glimpsed at Masaya or looked his way for a bit. Stop that, damn it. Don't wink at me. Your mom's going to see. Wink? I wouldn't really call that... I mean, I don't know what they say in Japanese, but... Yeah, chira janakute bare yo. Bare. Oh, bareru. Okay, I didn't read that at all. No, don't just look my way. It'll be so obvious. Bareru is like so obvious. Like you're gonna make it obvious. So yeah, you're going to see me is like you're going to make it obvious. Stop that. Yeah, and the like I don't know why they can't translate chira as I guess it can be a bit tricky, but I mean she can.
まあきっと真っ白の部屋が散らかってるでしょうから今日はここで。次回以降はそっちでということでどう？
Making it seem like it'll be more than one time. That's fine by me. I've been saved. Well, probably more Mashiro than me. I mean, going to her room isn't a big deal, but it just came out of nowhere, so it caught me off guard.
じゃあそういうことでよろしくね。そっちの奥のテーブル使っちゃって。
Ah, thanks.
お母さんさ。もしかして私で楽しんでない？
Are you having fun? In my regards.
何言ってるの？お母さんはいつでも真っ白の味方よ。ありがとう。お勉強でお腹が空いたら遠慮なく言ってね。おうどんにトッピングマシマシで持ってってあげるから。
I really hate that, but whatever.
お母
I know she heard a lot. It's not the first time I've had this thought, but yeah. Botan-san is the last person I'd want to make an enemy out of. Yeah. I honestly was thinking that maybe we're going to run into our possibly first one, but I guess not. Occasionally we have days like that, like today, where I'm off work, but Mashin Ishinose meets up for their Speeder Alliance training.
ちょっと待って。
Oh. They're still practicing. Man, it's pretty late. I've been reviewing standard FC moves, the strategies for the past while, but I put that on pause, get up off my chair and open the window. I don't know why, but I just feel like he's going to see something that he shouldn't see. I guess not.
何？どういうこと？今の変な動きの…どっかで見たことある気がする。大会で進藤先輩とアスカさんの試合でやってたね。そう、エアキックターンだ。私もようやく覚えたんだ。
ようやく覚えたんだ is more like I've just recently remembered it.
教えて、どうやってやるの？簡単？ちょっと 構コツをつかむまでが難しいけど、大丈夫。ちゃんと練習すればビュッフォにもできるよ。話そらそうとしたのにそう呼ぶんだ。ごまかされるわけないでしょ。今の101の私の勝利で20個目のあだ名贈呈です。おめでとう、ピュッホ。
Pew. They're just no a Pewho. I'm not too sure how that came to be. I don't know where they came with PW in the translation. Pewho. Okay.
もういい加減ネーミングの理由聞いてなかったけどさ、ピュッホってどういう意味？
Pew at first I thought was pure, like pure person type thing.
ピュアホワイトの略だよ。
Well, okay. I'll give it with the translation team for that one. Pure white. In Japanese, it's the pure for pure and howaito for white. For the whole part. Pure ho was pure howaito. Pure ho. So for the English, obviously with pure whites, they would have to say, what does that stand for? Pure. And I mean, they could have at least done like P-U-W or pew. In a sense, almost similar to the Japanese one, but okay, that's fine.
だよって、また勝手に人の名前を変な風に英訳して。
Looks like they're having fun out there. The reason why I thought something was going to happen was he heard something happen or something between them two. He's opening his blinds, and normally I think it's this side actually that is Rika's room, but he opened that side, so I should have realized that at first. But yeah, I thought maybe he might see something, but okay. They're too far away from me to hear, but I can tell they're having a heated discussion. Maybe something about techniques or move strings. I've made a point not to attend any of the Speed Alliance practice sessions, nor tell them what they should or should not do. They don't want me to. Everything I have to teach Mashiro I do in practice. There are a lot of benefits to having Skywalkers think for themselves, exchange opinions with other players, and learn through repeated trial and error. This should stimulate their growth. That's a good way of going about it, yeah, I would agree. It might be one of those things you can only do when you're young and an amateur. Watching them is heartwarming. Oh. On occasion, I will join them and share my thoughts out, but only when they request me. Ishino is always the one who comes to get me, so maybe Mashiro feels too embarrassed. No, I'm good. I'll be there in a moment, but don't forget that flying's banned around these parts, so be a little quieter. So, what's the problem? Split opinion on what works best after a certain move?
実はですね。
About the nickname? I'm listening.
マシロってピュッホって感じちゃんとしますよね、ひなたさん。リカのネーミングセンスってかなり壊滅してますよね、先輩。
What the hell were you guys talking about before I came here? Okay. A little extra little moment there. Is that Misaki? It looks like. Yep. Misaki's feints are tricky. She forces her opponents to think she'll do one thing by using smart, non-committal movements, then capitalizes on those expectations. Your body reacts even though you know her game plan. I think we'll end it here for today. Going into a new section. I kind of was hoping it would end up reaching an H scene first before I ended it, but I guess we'll do that next time. Because I definitely feel like I'm running into one soon. I just don't want to stop halfway through, you know. Anyway, so it was an interesting episode today with more of an interaction between the two, as well as more of the interaction with the other characters, I should say. One of them being the classmates, I should say, with Madoka, Asuka, and Misaki. Them understanding the current situation as well, making fun of Madoka. The current situation with Mashiro's household. Not obviously in interaction with the father, but the mother, Botan, I believe does understand the whole situation correctly. Currently as well, I mean. And then the situation with Rika and Mashiro. Seem a lot closer than I would have actually thought they would be. With her having the 20th nickname, I should say, it was probably the 20th time she lost to her. I'm not too sure about the current timeline on what we can expect next. I believe it should be the autumn festival, the autumn tournament, but maybe I'm getting that mixed up with the other timeline. I believe it's the autumn tournament. Maybe that one's gone already. I really can't remember. Oh well. Other than that, nothing much. I really thought we might have hit that first H scene with the studying part. I'm actually surprised we didn't get more from that, honestly. Would have been nice to see them interact a little bit with the study. It almost feels like it's going a bit too quickly. There's not much to a single scene before we change to a new one. And in terms of them interacting, Mashiro and Marcia, there's been nothing. As I mentioned earlier as well, with Mashiro and Marcia not accidentally, but for the first time in a sense, holding hands. So other than that, there's been nothing. I actually didn't even think about that. Yeah. They haven't even gone on a date type thing as well, because there was that whole interaction with them missing each other. I actually never thought about throughout the whole episode that actually done nothing in terms of relationship wise. So it would have been nice to see something a little bit more during the study session parts, but maybe we'll see next time. Okay, well, I guess that'll be it. Looking forward to seeing where we move next time, because as I mentioned before, I have no clue what we can expect with Mashiro's route. Is there going to be anything dramatic? No clue. I haven't got a single feeling from this route so far in regards to that. Because she's also one of the, I guess you could say, weaker of the Skywalkers of the club. So even if she were to say lose in a shocking manner, it's like it's a harsh way to put it, but up to what people would think in a sense. I guess the only one other thing was she's training so hard, she feels so much more stronger, and then she loses, and then her thoughts shatter. But I don't know. Doesn't seem right to me. Oh well, we'll see you next time. Anyway, for now, that'll be it for now. I'm not too sure when the next one will be up, but we'll go as we go, I should say. But yeah, that'll be it for now. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed it, and I'll see you all next time.